to get coins to build the team that you always wanted? Check out my sponsor, EasyMut.com. You can use promo code TOKE, and I'll save you 5% off your purchase. Well, boys, listen. We've been down before. We're going to bounce back and figure it out some way or another. Boom! What's good, everybody, and welcome to week number 3 of my NFL picks, dude. Might be in a slump. I'm not even going to lie. This is the worst start I've ever had in NFL picks, but we're still above 500. Now, quick little recap before we jump into this week is 1, how the hell do you blow a 20-0 lead with the best wide receiver on your team? Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. Only the Raiders. Listen, hear me out. My guaranteed lock should have won. The Raiders were up 20-0 and choked. Not to mention the locks of the week. I told you the Detroit Lions were gonna absolutely smoke them, and they did. Unfortunately, I said that the Eagles game was gonna be a shootout. It was in the first half, and they didn't score a single point either team in the second half. And even though the Chargers and the Chiefs was an entertaining game, unfortunately, that came up 4 points short. Listen, the one thing we have to go on this week is that I am undefeated with my Thursday picks. Yo, thinking about it though, tonight we have the dumpster bowl between the Steelers and the Browns. Now, I am undefeated on my Thursday picks, but unfortunately, I am 0 for 2 predicting the Steelers this year, and I am 0 for 2 predicting the Browns. I wonder which one happens first. I go 0 for 3 predicting both these teams, or I lose my first Thursday night football game. Listen, hear me out. The game's in Cleveland. We got 2 dumpster quarterbacks, 2 great running backs, and 2 pretty good defenses. Everybody and their mama. Everyone and their mama's picking the Browns to win this game. Except for one person and one person only. That's right, terrible towels. Bring in Kenny Pickett. I'm riding with the Steelers over the Browns. I kind of regret saying that. Like, I really do, but I just have a hunch. My gut is telling me that the underdog Steelers beat the Browns today. You already know, boys, NFL and college football is right around the corner, and with that, I bring you today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you're not using Underdog Fantasy, 1, what are you doing? Click the link down below and download it, and 2, you can use promo code TOKE on your first deposit, and they will match up to $100. Now, right now, for the 2022 NFL season, they got a Best Ball Mania coming out, $25 to enter, and of course, first place gonna win $2 million. Not to mention, you come in second, you get $1 million. On top of that, Underdog has some of the best pick'ems you can do. You can pair it between 2, 3, 4, and 5 different players. Choose the over and under, and if you win, you can win up to 20 times your money. That's right, boys. Underdog Fantasy is one of my favorite apps. You can click the link down below and download it. Use promo code TOKE. You'll get up to $100. Be ready for the NFL season by clicking Underdog Fantasy. Listen, on to the next team, boys. Hopefully you enjoy this. If you do, drop a like, leave a comment down below. Really not feeling the best today, but I'm going to push through for you guys. Another team I can't get fucking right, Baker Mayfield and the Panthers. They were at home against the Saints. Everything says Saints. The whole thing says Saints. I'm going to go Saints. The Panthers are dead to me. I'm taking the New Orleans Saints on the road to beat the Panthers. They go 0-3. Fire that coach. Bring in someone else because they're not getting it done. It's honestly Baker Mayfield's fault. Can't convince me otherwise. Oh, baby. We got the Chicago Bears versus the Houston Texans. Dude, there was a part of me that thinking the Texans were going to beat the Broncos last week, but unfortunately, the Texans choked. The Broncos came in with the W. And in this game, I'm going to just go with the home team. I like Justin Fields. I like the Bears over the Texans. Bro, let's just talk about it. I said week 1 that I thought the Jacksonville Jaguars could win the AFC South. And all you guys were like, Toke, what are you talking about? There's no way. Guess who's first place 2 weeks in? The Jaguars. Guess who I picked to beat the Jaguars last week? The Colts. What was I thinking? The Colts are a dumpster fire. They are terrible. They might be better with Carson Wentz than they are with old man Matt Ryan. Give me the Chiefs in a blowout over the Colts. Holy shit, are we all jumping on the Dolphins wave, or do they get humbled this week in a game at home against a team that might not lose a game all year? That's how good the Bills are. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, we all watched that game. Holy shit, Bills fans. Dude, when do I pick the Bills to lose? I don't think I will ever pick the Bills to lose. I love Tua. I like Tyreek Hill and Waddle. They have the 2 most explosive wide receivers in the NFL, in my opinion. But the Bills are too good and the Dolphins are going to lose their first game. I got the Bills over the Dolphins. I'm on a lot of visitors right now, dude. Another hype train I'm really liking is the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, I gave you as one of my locks of the weeks last week. Unfortunately, they were one of the only ones that won. Detroit versus the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings, Kirk Cousins, Monday Night Football, bro. They just don't mix. They don't mix at all. Justin Jefferson was locked down by Darius Slay. Eagles might go to the Super Bowl. It might be Bills versus Eagles. Let's just throw it out there. I'm going to go with the home team in a bounce back game. I'm going to take the Vikings, and I'm going to have Justin Jefferson having a huge game. Man, I picked the Steelers to beat the Patriots, and let's be real. They gifted the Patriots 14 points. The Steelers should have won that game. They lost that game. I still think that the Patriots are terrible. I'm going with the Ravens over New England on the road. Holy shit, the New York Jets. The New York Jets. Wow, New York Jet fans, where are you at? Bengals fans, oh my God, Bengals fans, where are you guys at? 0-2, and the Jets come back to beat the Browns. Touchdown onside kick, Joe freaking Elite Flacco, baby. I got the Bengals, though. Bengals finally get a win on the road. I'm picking a lot of road teams here. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase get the job done. And we're going Bengals big over the Jets. Listen, hear me out. You blow a 20-0 lead against Kyler Murray. You play not to lose the game in the second half. When you're up 20, you need to gas pedal them and blow them out. Not play cupcake fucking football. And that's exactly what the Raiders did. Listen, one of these two teams are going to start 0-3. I don't think it's the Raiders. And I know you guys are like, oh, Toke, you pick the Raiders every week. No, bro, I don't think the Raiders lose this game. The Titans quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, is terrible. All right, Derek Carr hasn't looked the best either, but we by far have the better quarterback and the better wide receivers, the better tight end. And you know, Derrick Henry has not been Derrick Henry as of late. I'm going to go with the Raiders to win this game. And I'm telling you right now, if they fucking lose this game, I don't know what I'm going to do. Hey, I'm all aboard. Fly, Eagles, fly. The Eagles, if you've been watching me do this for a couple of years, you guys know that deep down, I am like a closet Eagles fan. I was before they got Jalen Hurts. I was all over Jalen Hurts last year in fantasy football. This year, he might be the best fantasy football quarterback of all year. Eagles over Washington. Yo, ride the train. The new prediction, Bills versus Eagles Super Bowl. My Jaguars. I'm so sorry, Jaguars, that I abandoned ship and you shut out the Indianapolis Colts. I was there week 1. I picked you to win. I said you would win the division. But now you're going against the LA Chargers. And unfortunately for you Jaguar fans, you're not going to win this game. The AFC West is too good. Herbert with a big game. Finally, Austin Eckler with a big game. Keep these in mind, guys. I think Eckler has a big game. I think that the Raiders win, but I think Derrick Henry has a big game. The script is saying they're going to have a big game. And more importantly, I think that Jamar Chase for the Bengals has a really big game. But I'm going to take the Chargers over the Jaguars. I'm due for an undefeated week. Rams versus Cardinals. Hey, dude, the Cardinals came back and won, but they're not a good football team. They are not a good football team. The Rams are going to stomp the Cardinals out on the road. We're going to take the Rams over the Cardinals. Cooper Kupp. How do you stop Cooper Kupp? This one is actually very, very tough for me. You got the Falcons who can't close out a game, and you got the Seattle Seahawks with Geno Smith. My heart says Seahawks. My brain says Falcons. So I'm going to go with my brain, and I'm going to pick the Atlanta Falcons to get the W against the Seahawks. And I also am going to go back to what I've been saying, that Kyle Pitts has not done shit. I'm expecting a massive game from Kyle Pitts this week. He is your franchise tight end. He's arguably, him and Drake London are your guys. There has got to be a game script by the Falcons to pump the football to Kyle Pitts. And I think that this week, Kyle Pitts goes absolutely bananas. Packers versus Buccaneers. I still don't think the Packers are very good. And I know I'm going to get roasted for that. Blah, 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 blah. I know one thing, though. I know that Aaron Rodgers fucking terrible when he plays in Florida. And you know, Tom Brady has not played very good at all either. There's no Mike Evans. Brady looks old. The Bucs can't score touchdowns. The Packers are coming off a giant home win against the Bears, but I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. I think that this is going to be an extremely good game to watch. Rodgers versus Brady. I'm gonna puke saying this, but I'm gonna back Tom Brady and the Buccaneers to beat the Packers. Damn, you know what's kind of sad is I was really excited to watch Trey Lance play this year. But as my sleeper Super Bowl team, and this might be kind of scumbag to say, I picked the 49ers before week 1 to be the sleeper team to go to the Super Bowl and potentially win it. I think that prediction gets a lot better with Jimmy Garoppolo being quarterback. All right? Listen, Trey Lance barely played in college, barely played in the NFL. He's a certified, you know, he's a certified running back in my opinion. Like, he can chuck the ball, he's a great thrower, but he needs time to develop. And I think Jimmy G coming in, I think he gives the 49ers the best chance right now to win. And with that, I'm taking the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo, Deebo Samuels, and whatever backup running back the 49ers over the Denver Broncos. Listen, I'm sticking with it. Denver, Russell Wilson, they're overrated. And the 49ers are going to expose them this Sunday. Man, I got to eat my words to all you Cowboy fans watching. Sorry, I talked some shit. I said some stuff I probably shouldn't have. Cooper Rush, I know you watch my videos. You did great. You did great. You beat the Bengals at home. Now you get to go to New York. The Giants versus the Cowboys in a Monday Night Football finale to finish off the perfect week of NFL picks. I'm going Giants. The G-Men. Give them to me all day long, baby. Giants over the Cowboys. Man, that feels good. A perfect week of NFL picks. You can see our season record is 17-14-1. We went 9-7 last week. We are improving, but I think this week, besides a couple games, it's gonna be our best week yet. Listen, I know my guaranteed picks of the week are 0-1. And if you sold your house, you are now homeless. But listen, I want you to go knock on your neighbor's door. Tell him you have an opportunity of a lifetime. I want you to get his house. I want you to sell his house. And I want you to put all the money on the Raiders. Guaranteed pick number 2. The Raiders beat the Titans on the road. Book it. All right, my locks of the week. We're going to include one for tonight. I think it's fucking crazy that everyone thinks the Browns are going to win this game. Not only do they think the Browns are going to win this game, they think that the Browns are going to win this game by 5 or more points. So my one lock of the week is tonight. I've got the Steelers plus 4.5 points. That's going to be lock number 1. Lock number 2 is going to be the Buffalo Bills over the Miami Dolphins. And my third lock of the week is going to be the New York Giants over the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I may have been sucking, and like I said, boys, I don't have a lot of energy today. I just feel like shit. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these. If you are, drop a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know, do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? There's one thing that I have been hitting on. That's my underdog pick. So I'm going to give you 4 underdog locks that I think we should be undefeated in underdog picks. I gave you Derek Carr passing yards over 275. At halftime, Derek Carr had 241 passing yards, and that lost. I also gave you Devontae Adams receiving. He only got targeted twice, which makes me want to puke. All right, my underdog picks. Listen up, guys. Listen up. If you play underdog, use promo code TOKE. My first underdog pick is Najee Harris tonight. Najee Harris over 3 or higher than 3 receptions. Book it. It's going to happen. Trubisky sucks. He's going to win the game. But we've got a lot lying on the Steelers. 1, I picked them to beat the Browns. 2, I picked them as my lock of the week plus 4.5. And now my first underdog pick is going to be 3 receptions by Najee Harris. Honestly, I'm going to stick with this game. I'm going to go Nick Chubb over 82.5 rushing yards, as well as my second underdog pick. I'm going right back to the well, dude. Listen, these are dubs right here. Derek Carr over 265 yards passing. He's gonna hit it. He has got to hit this 265 yards passing for Derek Carr. I also like Devontae Adams, but I am not giving that out. And finally, I've already said it, I would not be surprised if Derrick Henry's rushing total goes over. I already mentioned to you, I like Kyle Pitts a lot to go over. Redemption, bounce back games, Derrick Henry and Kyle Pitts have been ass. I like them both to hit their props over, but my final underdog lock of the week is gonna be someone that I also talked about, and that is going to be Jamar Chase. Over 78.5 receiving yards for Jamar Chase in the game, the Bengals versus the Jets. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add one more. I'm gonna take Jamar Chase over 5.5 receptions as well. Those are my underdog locks of the week. Those are my perfect picks. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like. Make sure you're checking out Underdog for sponsoring today's video. Let me know where I went right, where I went wrong, and I'm telling you right now, if the Raiders lose to the Titans, I'm gonna burn my house down. I'm gonna burn it down, seriously. And I'm gonna get blocked by every single Raider person in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna go nuclear on Twitter.
You think you got that Madden life, then get your team set. Toke up in his bitch, and you know he be the best. Take on anybody, anywhere, don't really care. All he do is win, losing ain't no option here. No click to compare, Hall of Fame and superstars. Enemy to everybody, battle scars. Beat the best to be the best. Toke Squad, hit